Cheers everybody, it's Eric. I'm back. Been busy with work. Been a little over a month since I've been able to brew, so we're gonna do a brew day today. I'm gonna do different little things that I see here and there, just catch it, piece it together. Bear with me, it's not gonna be a really prepped up video, but a little rusty, been a little while, so let's see what we can do, and that's gonna be next. I got this S&S Brewtech manifold, and it fits in this fermenter's favorite mash tun perfectly, and I'm gonna give this a shakedown today, and I'm about to preheat my mash tun and hot liquor tank now. I'm gonna just catch some stuff. I got the water boiling for my preheated water, so I'm gonna turn off and go back and forth on this brew day today, try to capture some stuff. I've been busy with work, so I haven't had a chance to do any brewing, so I'm kind of rusty. So it's been about a month, so I'm gonna give my little manifold a shakedown today, and we're gonna be messing about and doing some just various clips here and there, so stay tuned. One of the things I do when I fill my kettle now is I actually fill from my port on the bottom. And I do that just to keep oxygen out of the water. Only time I want oxygen is after the wort is complete and I've ran off and I've chilled my wort. Only time I add oxygen is after the boil is complete and I've chilled, just for my yeast. But this really prevents any oxygen added to the water, so just kind of a trick that I use there. And that was actually a recommendation from a friend of mine that's a chemist. He said, yeah, try not to add any oxygen to that water before your boil and see if that'll help. And it does seem to help. So I haven't started prepping or heating my REMS tube yet, but I'm going to be doing that real soon here. I am up to, this is going to be this is 9-gallon batch of beer. So 12.2 gallons is basically my total volume, and the 3 gallons that are preheated, I'm just gonna use that for rinsing later on. But I wanted to heat all of my water at one time, because I'm gonna add my brew salts here just a few minutes. It's at 11 degrees. So I'm about to do that, weigh out my brew salts and add it to my water, and we'll be getting that rolling. So I'm about to do my brew salts, and I'm gonna need gypsum, Epsom salt, and calcium chloride, and also I'm gonna add 4 milliliters of lactic acid. And here's my spreadsheet. It's going to probably not come out very good on the camera, but basically you add your grain bill up top based on your water profile. My grain bill for this particular batch, pH is going to be mash. You want that pH between 5.4 5.6 for this particular recipe, and should be falling in about 5.53. So I'm going to add that to the mash while it's in mash, so that's 4 milliliters. So basically what I'm going to be doing is 2 grams of gypsum and 1 gram of calcium chloride and 2 grams of Epsom salt. And I'm going to use my trusty dusty little Taylor scale here, and I just weigh it all out. So I have 2 grams of gypsum, and then I'll add another gram of calcium chloride. That'll make it 3, and then 2 grams of Epsom salt. So I'll have a total of 5 grams of brew salts in my water. So that's what I'm going to do next here. Kind of hard to do, hold the camera and all this. I don't have all this fancy equipment, so just wanted to show what I'm doing here. So there's my salts measured out, and I just dump it in here and mix it up, and I actually rinse the bowl in the water just make sure we get it all off. So here we go. Make sure we get all that salts off there. Use the heat of the water to mix it. The salts always fall to the bottom. The heat of the water helped dissolve it, especially the salt. Salt seems to hang around for a little bit. But gypsum and calcium chloride seem to dissolve pretty quick. Gypsum's nothing more than chalk, so it goes away real quick. And here is my lactic acid. This will lower the pH, and I want to keep that pH right in the mash so I can get all the goodness out of the grain. So 4 milliliters, ready to go. And once I dough in, right after I dough in, I'll go ahead and put it to it and mix it a little bit more, and then I'll start my clearing the wort and recirculating. I just started recirculating, and I'm not going to my manifold just yet, my SS manifold. I'm gonna go ahead and clear my wort using my old tried and true method. Once my wort clears a bit, then I'm going to go ahead and put my SS Brewtech manifold in there, as it will get plugged up. If you look here, those little holes, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear it first. So wort has been cleared. You can see where it's coming up all the way around. And then also I can do this right here. Don't want to go below the grain bed. So far so good. Never seen anybody use one on YouTube, so I don't know if it's the first or not, but so far it's working great. Something I went and did, I went and got me a little 12-liter spidle. I was always doing an experimental batch, and this is what I'm doing now. It's I'll run off 3 gallons into my little baby fermenter. I always do something crazy with it just to experiment. So I have a little 2.5 gallon keg. So I got the little 12-liter, easily hold 3 gallons, and put a mark, that little black mark right there. So that would be the 3 gallon mark, plenty of headspace in them. Of course, my regular spidles, tried and true. I really like these fermenters, they're great. And my old 5 gallon plastic fermenter, you can see the size difference between the spidle and the regular fermenter. Just got a tremendous amount of headspace. Really, really like that. Something else too that I really like, a massive airlock. This thing is huge, and it's only a 2-piece. So you add your sanitizing fluid up to that little mark there, and it'll float up here, and it'll boop, boop, it'll bubble like that. And these are massive. Just if your krausen did get in it, it's just, that's just a huge hole. Those other airlocks just have a lot of room for getting plugged up, and I have had it before, but the spidle I've never had any issues. So the 7 gallon mark is, and I usually run right at 6, so I could rack 5. So if I get in the 7 gallon range, I've just overshot it back, but got plenty of headspace on both of them. So highly recommended. That's what the baby spidle looks like compared to the 30 liter. It's a 12 liter, 30 liter. All right. Ran off a little bit too much. Just under 11 gallons. I was shooting for 10 and a half. That's not too bad. I'm just going to boil harder. That's the cool thing about the electric. I can ramp it up harder. I can softer boil it. I'm going to boil it pretty aggressively. Get down to my my target level to run off. Looks like efficiency was nailed, so it's going to be a little hot. Looks like I'm going to have a went for 1.048 post mash, and it come in at 1.049, even though I ran off a little too much. So I think that my little SS BrewTech manifold is going to bump up my efficiency a little more. That's what it looks like. So far so good. No major snafus. All good. So keep on keeping on here. Yeah, I'm gonna feed the squirrels with this. So we're successful brew day, coming down in temperature. 94, whirlpooling my hops right now, and it's looking good. Well, I'm gonna have a little bit more volume, about a half gallon. Too much, but that's okay. Hell, I hit my target, so it's really all that matters to me. And it looks good. Wort tastes great, and yeah, so great successful brew day after a dry spell. And my hot water bucket, I'm gonna use that to clean the rest of my stuff. And successful. Thanks for watching, y'all, and this is Eric, and cheers. Have any questions, any suggestions for videos, future videos, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. Cheers.